Live from Atlanta, Georgia.
Live from the Bear Cave in Rock Hill, South Carolina,
It's
we
the
are the Keto Show.
Keto Show. He's Lee. I'm Mike. I'm your reformed fat man, and he
I'm
is
just
smoking
under
bears.
construction.
He's smoking bears. And
Yep.
we're here to entertain you, I hope.
It's a great cooking chat.
Yeah.
You know that's the way I like to do it. I like to refer to that as cooking chat, and we cover about anything and everything that we can talk about.
Yep. And we have fun doing it.
Absolutely, and we make something maybe you hadn't thought of. Maybe obviously keto.
Right.
And healthy and quick.
But you know the thing about it, everything that we do. Oh,
there's Faye.
Yeah.
So my middle daughter and just Jason, howdy.
But we've got both of us. What we cook, while it's keto, it doesn't have to be.
Right.
You can make it into anything you want to make it, and make it yours. Do it. We use something that's great for keto, but you don't have to. You use what I'm making tonight. I'm using monk fruit and things like that. So, but you don't have to.
And really, the only thing we ask is that you have fun and tell us whether or not it tastes good.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And we hope that you'll one day make it. There was something that a viewer of mine asked, said, why don't I do short videos or non-live videos, I should say, because it's not shorts. It's where I can remake the stuff we make on the lives and put it into 5 to 10 minute video. And I thought that's a good idea, and I'm going to start doing that. You're going to hear my dog at the door. He wants in.
Okay.
Jerome Thomas, welcome. Good to see everybody. So,
trying to get this at least.
Tell me what you're making.
So, I am. So sometimes you watch another YouTuber and you get inspiration, right?
Right.
And then you want to add to it to make it your own, so it's not a copy.
Right.
But so I got to give credit to Grillin' and Chillin' with Mojo.
Good channel.
A while back, he's a friend of the channel.
Yep.
A while back, he did a Pizza Sloppy Joe.
The name of that just intrigues me good. I love the sound of that name.
And I tell you what, Mike, I saw that and I was like, oh my, I got to do it. And I made it. And my wife loved it. And I mean, she goes to the point where she says, that's so good, you can make it again.
There you go.
The basics is it's all the toppings of a pizza mixed together and then put on a bread, or I got keto thins, and then you put cheese on top and melt the cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, this is awesome. So I had already had some of the stuff. Let's try that. It sounds good.
I like it.
And then the wife had some sort of pastaless pasta salad. And I was like, what? Basically, it's broccoli, cauliflower, and then your black olives and whatever else you put in your pasta salad with zesty Italian.
Right. Nothing wrong with that. That sounds good.
Simple. I can do that. Mama will like that. So, and it was her recipe. So
there you go.
The only hard part is I got to cut up some mozzarella.
Oh, yeah.
And the little chunks, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, it ain't like you're going to wear your knuckles out grating it.
Right. And, you have to have one of these.
Oh, yeah.
If you're in the South, you have to have one of these. This is a BAB. You can see how big it is. This used to be the throw up bucket, the soak your feet bucket, the mixing tater salad. I mean, this was everything, right? We use this when you were snapping green beans, snapping peas.
Yep.
We use this bowl for everything.
And you can't find them nowhere these days.
Nope. And I was blessed that my dad said, I don't want that thing no more. And so it's come to my house, and it has became when we pull pork, that's where it goes. We pull the pork, it goes into here.
There you go.
We eat coleslaw, big salads, or whatever. We use this thing a lot. Almost too much. This is my biscuit bowl too. When I make biscuits from scratch, like after my brain surgery, this bowl and I became very, very close because I wanted to learn how to make biscuits. And this is what I use this to make it.
Well,
right, so
welcome Frugal Mama and welcome Pickles Barbecue.
Wellness with Frugal Mama. How are you doing, Charlie?
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to make is I'm going to make a French toast casserole. So I've got
what?
Yep. I've got keto bread here that I'm going to use. It's the bread that came from Costco because that's what I had. I bought it. There was a good price on it. There's only a couple of keto breads that don't affect my wife's blood sugar, and this is one of them. And there's actually three. The one you can get at Walmart, this, and the one that you get at Aldi. They don't affect them. And, that I'm going to do that, and it's going to be something, you bake it, and then I'm going to do a dish with some eggs that I'll pretty much bet that ain't nobody seen done before.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I could be wrong. We got honey badger and we got mouse toes. Hey, mouse.
Mouse toes, how are you doing? Men who cook and cook that. Yeah. All right. Okay, so what are you doing to these eggs?
Well, they are hard-boiled eggs.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'm not going to put you through watching me hard-boil them. I've already got them hard-boiled and they're peeled, so you don't have to watch me peel them.
Well, see, now that's where I was interested, man. I was like, I want to see the hard boiling and the peeling because I struggle. And I know James told me about it, and I screenshotted it, and I just haven't done it yet. But I'm going to.
Well, I use the air fryer for mine, and when the shell, sometimes the shell's just a little troublesome, not often. And when it is, I'll just get a spoon and run it up underneath the shell and twirl it around there, and it does fine. It comes right off. But it's not often that it does it. But the eggs, I'm going to cut them in half. I'm going to get butter going in a saucepan, in a small skillet. And then I'm going to take it off the heat once the butter melts and gets hot. Put the eggs in there. Spice them up, season them up good, and then I'll take and put some cheese on there and give it a little heat and put a lid on it and melt the cheese. And then it'll be ready to eat.
So it kind of reminds me of this stuffed avocado thing that I saw where they took an avocado in half and then they breaded it. And then they put stuff in where the pit was, and then they baked it off. Yeah.
But this will be done all on the stovetop. And I don't have to bread it at all. It's just slice it in half and put the yolk side down.
Okay.
So, and it'll, hopefully it'll crisp it up a little bit as well, on the yolk itself.
Okay.
All right. Without further ado, folks, let's get cooking.
Let's fire it up.
Let me move this thing over here where I can cut up this here bread.
We need to go to the wider view.
That'll work.
Okay.
All right, I got my handy dandy bread knife here. Now, let the knife work for you when you're slicing bread.
Absolutely.
Don't go down into it. Saw it.
When the kids, when I'm teaching the kids or anybody who doesn't run a knife,
Mm-hmm.
I always teach them how to rock it, how to slide.
Right.
And it's amazing. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah. And look at that. That piece of bread, I don't have to go stretching bread now.
Right.
And when you go to, if same thing works when you at the steakhouse and they bring you out bread there. And
See, the Mediterranean diet's supposed to be good for diabetes. Have we tried that? Technically, no. I know Tom and
it didn't work for him.
Cooking Secrets for Men were doing something similar. Charlie was doing the Mediterranean. Tom was dabbling in it. But it is supposed to be fantastic for diabetes.
Tom said it had the opposite effect for him.
Really?
Yeah. But he's type 2. So I don't know if that has a bearing on that.
Well, the big thing is you're eating a lot of vegetables. You're eating clean meats like fish and chicken.
Yeah.
And you're getting olive oil, avocado oil, so you're getting the healthy fats.
Right.
That's what your dietitians really want you to have anyway.
Yeah. But the thing is also that it's got there's a lot of whole grains and such as that are used in the Mediterranean diet that they're just not keto, and that's what did Tommy. And I don't know if he actually did the whole grains and whatnot. Those ancient grains or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and there's you have to modify. Rolling Smoke Barbecue, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey there.
You have to know your body too.
Yes.
Like, I know if I have a bunch of white starch, I'm going to feel it in my joints.
Yeah.
Now, by a bunch, I mean like 3 meals a day.
Yep.
Or 2 meals a day.
Right.
A big thing of pasta. But if I have one thing of biscuits and gravy, and then then I monitor what I eat the rest of the day, like clean.
Right.
I'll be good.
Right.
I won't have any problems. But if I say, oh no, I can't, I'm going to have biscuits and gravy and then cheese grits for lunch and then pasta for dinner, I'm done. The next day I'm sore, I'm hurting.
Yeah.
So
change.
So I know that. So I have to, kind of modify what I'm doing and how I'm doing it.
Right. Well, if you you gotta play it in there with everything. Pay no attention to the fact that I just changed my pan out, my rubber pan.
Oh, I thought you just said I changed my pants, and I was like, what? What?
I decided that one was too big. I got the wrong one out. So, let me bring over this. I already did a little bit of the stuff in this. I got the eggs cracked and in here, and this has got a cup of heavy cream, and it's got a cup of not a cup, but one thing of Quest salted caramel protein shake. So
now that's interesting. You're using a pre-made protein drink,
right,
as your milk substitute.
Right.
That's interesting.
That's what I thought too. That was what
Right.
Now I got my cinnamon, and I'm gonna add in what looks about right. Because the world knows Mike don't measure a whole lot.
That's the way I like to cook, man, is till your ancestors say, whoa.
Yeah, until they beg you to stop. And we from the South, so they ain't gonna beg us to stop.
They do tell you on the salt. They will get you on the salt.
Yep, they will.
Because there ain't no covering that up.
No. No, there's not. But I have found that you can kill some of the salt taste with a little bit of ranch dressing.
My daughter, Cub, she is a ranch-aholic. She puts ranch on everything.
That's my wife.
I'll tell you what I found yesterday. I was telling you that I did a brisket flats, right? The video's coming. I have to edit it up and everything, but I got turned on to bulgogi. I know I ain't pronouncing it right, but it's a Korean barbecue sauce. NBL, what's going on, buddy? It's a Korean barbecue sauce.
How's it going?
And I had made it before, but I wasn't like over the moon with it.
Right.
But I bought one, and let me tell you what. This stuff was it was great.
There you go.
Look, man. I had some pork ribs that I made Monday, and I had them left over, so I poured this bulgogi on it today. Woo!
Uh-huh.
That was some good eating.
Now this right here is Splenda allulose that I got on sale at Kroger. The ingredients are strictly allulose, nothing else in it. And what it was granulated, and I ran it through the food processor and made it powder. So,
Rusty, how you doing?
Hey, Rusty.
Now we've had this discussion I don't know how many times about the sweeteners,
right?
And I am not like Splenda, allulose. What's the other name? This I don't know. All those I can't stand. I can't use them. I don't. Monk fruit, if I get without the erythritol, I'm okay. But if it has erythritol in it, it's oops.
Well, this doesn't have erythritol in it. I don't know. This one might have some, but it's not much. It's a combination of erythritol and molasses and stevia. So this is Truvia, but I'm using it because I want the brown sugar effect. But I'm not going to use a lot.
Korean food is pretty good. I could say this about anywhere, though. Yeah, good food's good food.
Yep.
Moved over here to the top of the lake. Howdy, Tom. Tom's Food Factory.
Hey, Tom. All righty. I can't see the screen from where I'm at here. Now let me get this all incorporated in here. I got my oven preheating to 375.
All right.
And this is 6 eggs that's in here. You can use egg whites if you want.
Rusty says, I don't like the aftertaste on any of them like Lido. Yep. But like Rusty can use the Splenda or the, sweet and low and equal. He can use all that stuff. I know. In his coffee. I know he does it in his coffee.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, no.
Well, I don't use the granulated Splenda. Even though that was granulated, it doesn't have the other ingredients in it that cause problems with the granulated Splenda.
What
Show you what I use. I'll show you when I want a sweetener what I use that for coffee or something.
what
This
problems?
right here, that's what I use, and it's because it's sucralose and it's got malic acid. It's a liquid, and the liquid does not contain maltitol, and so it's strictly just the sucralose.
Drunken Chef, what's up? Why does less family? Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to read this, Charlie. I got you a little farther away. And friends never respond to his buddies. I don't know, man. Probably because they're like, oh no, they're back on again. We've just talked to them like 6 times today. I just added some onion and green pepper that I had chopped up.
Good.
So now comes the chopping. I got pepperonis. I'm going to chop some up for both dishes.
So I'm going to put this in the oven now and let it cook. 375. It'll probably take about 35 to 40 minutes.
35, 40. Wow, that's a long time.
Alexa, set a timer for 35 minutes.
Okay.
35 minutes, starting now.
These I'm just going to cut into quarters. I don't know how many Mojo get. I don't remember, so I'm just going to do a good handful.
There you go.
Kind of at whatever you want.
Now, let me get some butter.
So what's going on there, Mike, at your place?
Oh, it's been a week of going to the doctor.
Doctors.
Yeah, and dang it. Oh, come on, paper. You know you don't want to stick in the butter like that.
So let me ask you something, Mike.
Uh-huh.
So our pal Misty,
Uh-huh.
a while back, or a couple weeks ago, I was listening to her, and on her little podcast she does, her live, she was talking about acknowledging the non-scale victories.
I fully support that.
What was a non-scale victory you had this week?
Non-scale victory.
Now, by that, we mean anything positive, right? It could be anything positive. It can be you woke up in a crappy mood, you walked outside, and you saw a cardinal chirping in the morning, and it changed your mood around.
Yeah. For me, I've got probably the non-scale victory would be where one of my doctor's visits, urologist, I go to him for my prostate, and they had done an MRI on it because the PSA levels were up, and he said they told me that prostate looked good, no issues. Said you're good to go. We'll see you back in 6 months.
Nice.
So that was my non-scale victory right there.
That sounds great.
And I was real pleased with that.
Awesome. Our treasured home, how are you doing? Well,
Hey,
good.
man. Let's see.
Those are the kind of stuff that I think we got to celebrate more of, right?
Yeah. Oh, we got Scotty. We got Honey Badger.
Oh, did I miss Scotty?
Nothing but love. All right.
Yep. Now, I saw Scotty's got a new barbecue pit. Have you seen this thing yet?
I have not. I haven't been able to watch much in the way of videos.
Oh my goodness. You talk about a new non-scale victory. That dude, he got him an Oklahoma Joe 900 something or other.
Woo.
Fancy gravity fed. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you, I see a lot of good stuff out there, but there ain't nobody got anything close to the arsenal of cooking equipment for outside than Kevin over at Man Kitchen Recipes.
Oh, Scotty's up there.
Scotty is close. That's for dang sure.
Yeah. Kevin, man, he just had a pretty darn good video too.
Yes, that chicken, he made some chicken. Oh man, that chicken looks so good. He did it on the Rectech, I think it was.
Yeah, and he's got that little A-smoke thing that thing's a little cooking machine.
Yep. Trumpet Master asked what's on the menu. I've got a
What's up, Louise?
French toast casserole going, and I'm going to do something that I'd never seen before, and I hope nobody else has, and because we're doing it with eggs. So
You got me intrigued. I'm wanting to finish this up real quick so I can watch.
I got to do it slow. I got to do it last a little bit because I don't want to overcook those things.
Yeah, I'm going to hurry up and get this done so I can watch it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I'm doing a pizza sloppy Joe with a pastaless pasta salad. A what? I know. It's not really a pasta salad, but it's a zesty Italian cauliflower broccoli salad. How's that?
Gary, hey Belt Loop, how you doing, Gary?
Hey, Bell Loop, how you doing, buddy? Ugh. So anyway, so what I got going on is I'm kind of doing both things at once.
Mm-hmm.
I've got ground pork in here because that's what I had to thaw out that was on sale. Onions, green peppers, pepperoni, quartered, a small can of mushrooms, drained and rinsed, small can of black olives, drained and rinsed, and I'm getting ready to open up the pizza sauce. Now, my cousin turned me on to this stuff. She's amazing, by the way. But anyway, let me show you.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Now, there's a pizza place back home, and Honey Badger would probably know it in Sydney. It's called Casano's. This pizza sauce is pretty dang close to what it is.
Look at here what we've got. Look at here who has come up here with us. He lives.
Mr. Garvey!
Yo, ho, ho.
And
What's up, gentlemen?
I was wondering whether you were still kicking, man. Marie had sent me a message the other day, and I was like, "Where's Tom?"
No, I've been here. Kill that, please. Alexa. Charlie,
I
get it.
agree.
How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, Mike. I mean, I am like just totally disgusted with the doctors and the way they're going about things. It's 7 months now.
Wow.
Yeah. First, you need an MRI, then you don't need an MRI. You need to go get X-rays. You need to get this. You need to get that. Meantime, I'm in a lot of pain, and it's just not right. It's just not working.
Man.
The thing is, how you guys doing? What's cooking?
I got a French toast casserole.
Okay.
And I'm doing a recipe with hard-boiled eggs that I don't know anybody's seen it before.
Oh, okay, cool. I Marie is all day, well, actually 2 days now, trying to get Marie's computer working right again. Something happened. I don't know. think she's out of space, honestly, but I don't know how that would be possible
Oh, wow, that's not good.
for as much as she uses it. But I mean, you just can't get no straight answers from nobody. But Lee, how you been, brother?
Been hanging in there, man. I'm still kicking.
I watch a little bit here and there every once in a while. I get so disgusted. You know what I mean? It just.
I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm trying, man.
Trying to keep up with the channels. You know, I started the other channel, and just trying to keep things rolling here. And I got to sit down. I can't stand too long. You know, so it's a big frustration. Really is. But anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Oh, hey, I hear you, man. I wish I could come out there and cook for you.
I know you got your hands full and stuff, but Jesus, unbelievable. There's a lot of people in here.
Yeah, there is.
Trumpet Master, None But Love,
man.
Pickles, how you been, man? I ain't seen you in a dog's age.
They have one in Indian Lake. Yes, Honey Badger. It's not the same. So Casanos did have a franchise, but the one in Sydney is like authentic to the way it's supposed to have been, and all the other ones are not the same. Just saying. Let's see. All right, I think we're all caught up. Tom, you gonna keep up with the comments for me?
Yeah, well, we'll try. We'll give it a shot here. I'm rusty.
Rusty's over in the comments.
Yeah, I know. I seen him. That's what I mean. Hey, Rusty.
Well, let's see. I got
Trumpet. What's up, brother?
I guess I can start this up.
Scotty's backyard barbecues in the house.
Yeah, man.
Scotty has over 56 pits.
Yeah, he's got a lot.
Dang.
So he really talks highly of this the pit boss Lexington.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy Rusty's got a new pit boss that was given to him. So I think it's the same one.
Okay.
Like the same brand. But I haven't been over to cook on it yet to see what all the hype is, you know.
Yeah. I sort of went a different way with keto now. I don't know if you watched or whatever, but I had a little bit of a chip on my shoulder for a little bit about all this crap they got out there that's saying keto friendly, you know, keto.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know I shouldn't say this on here, but you know, some of the well-known stuff that people fall in line with as far as you know, like chow and stuff like that, okay? I mean, if you're going to go for that kind of stuff, just go eat regular, you know, have a slice of bread or two. You'll feel the effects, you'll feel it, but then you move on from there, you know what I mean? Instead of putting this junk in your system that you really don't know about. So anyway, that's enough. I won't say anymore.
I hear you.
I haven't tried any of the protein powders or
I mean,
I used to back in the day. I would do Slim Fast, but the way that I would do that though was an excuse to have a milkshake.
Exactly. That's my point.
Then I got to where I would get a big bowl of Rocky Road ice cream, put the Slim Fast powder on top of it, so then it was healthy, right?
Yeah. I mean, here's what kills me. Okay, keto bread. All right, net zero carbs. There's no such thing as net zero. I mean, I don't care where you go, what part of life you're from.
Because it's net zero. When you do the math, it comes up less than 1.
Yeah, if you do the, but who developed that? What, you tell me what doctor or what nutritionist developed that? That was just a way that the bread companies come up with to sell their bread.
And it's the fiber is where they're.
Yes.
It's not digestible, and that's where they're getting the net carbs.
But that's not been proven. You know, it's still not, still not proven. Because you got vegetarians. You got vegetarians that eat nothing but fiber. Okay.
That
And they
goes
still have
back
type 2 diabetes and stuff like that. That's my rant. You know.
the fiber goes back to when I was first diagnosed as type 2 back in 2000. They had told me about you can deduct the fiber from the total carbs.
They're also the same nutritionists and the same people that come out and said you can have beans, you can have peanuts, you can have legumes. Okay, you can't. It's still carbs. It's still high carbs. So it's a dollar game is basically what it is. Okay, so my point is if you're going to spend $7 for half a loaf of bread, okay, get the regular bread. Knock yourself out. Have a couple slices, and you're going to feel the pain and whatever, and move on from there. I mean, it just don't make any sense. You know. $7 bread for $3, especially where the prices are right now. It's almost ridiculous.
I tell you what, that's the shelves in the store are about barren too in a lot of cases.
Yeah,
a lot of gaps in the shelves.
Yep. I mean, just that Zekel bread. You know, I mean that stuff you could probably sand the bottom of a boat with.
I don't eat that stuff there at all because that does not taste good to me one bit. Even before I was keto.
And that's my point. I'm not trying to say anything bad about it, but why it's a matter of dollars and cents. I mean, if I could take the same product, if I can take an ice cream cone and tell you, you know what, you're going to grow hair from this. Every bald person out there is going to buy it.
Yep.
Okay, because it's the potential that they're going to grow hair, and that's basically what it's all about. So.
Yep.
You know. I even with the medicine, even with the doctors and stuff. All right, I'm waiting now 3 weeks, okay, after the MRI. All right, 3 weeks to get a decision about it. Am I getting it a shot or not? So it's just it's that thing, you know. The same thing, you guys, that when Budweiser, okay, and all of a sudden, every regular beer, Miller beer, whatever beer it was, and all of a sudden they come out with light beer. Right? Yeah. Still got drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Near beer.
Yeah. Looks like we got a
what
lot
I'm
of
doing
stuff.
here is just melting the butter and let it get hot. I'm not going to keep it on the flame when I start to season it up because I don't want to burn the eggs. And these are hard-boiled eggs that I just cut in half.
Okay.
They're already boiled, shelled, the whole 9 yards. Now I'm getting this done, and I'm you might say I'm browning the butter a little bit too. You can, and there's a fine line between brown butter and burnt butter.
Oh yeah, you can taste it too.
What can you ever? Trust me, because I have done it. Because
Slim Fast peanut butter and jelly.
Pit Boss 820 and the Vertical Series 5. Yep, the Houston Livestock and Rodeos this weekend, y'all.
Yep.
Oh wow.
I don't know if you follow any of that, but it is probably close to the biggest barbecue event out there.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's a 23-day actual rodeo contest, but it kicks off with the barbecue event. And I want to say there's like 300 or 400 teams out there.
Okay.
Uncle Steve's he's been out there for 30 plus years.
Wow.
So,
I used to get out there when I used to live in Katy. Matter of fact, I used to the company I worked for was a moving company, and I did all commercial moves. And we used to move from the airport to actually it was back then it was held at the Astrodome, outside the Astrodome.
Oh wow.
And we used to get there. Yeah, quite a few years I was there. I was going to try to make it this year. In fact, me and Dude had talked about doing, but once my knee blew out, that was it.
Is Astrodome still there?
It's still there, but it's from what I understand, it's in bad shape. So.
Yeah, I bet it is. I knew it was up for the longest time, and I didn't know if they'd ever finally took it down or what.
It was quite the place.
All right. Don't want cinnamon on the eggs.
Net carbs is like saying it's 40, but feels like 32. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't buy into the whole net carbs because I'm diabetic and my sugar doesn't care.
Exactly. Once you shove something in your mouth, all of a sudden everything starts to work. Your insulin starts working. It doesn't know that it's net carbs. Has no idea.
Man, once you like look at food, your sugar goes up.
I got to clarify. Why I'm like this right now. Okay, is because here's the thing. For 3 years, I broke my chops to get my blood sugars down, everything working right. Okay, gave up a lot of stuff that I really love to eat. I'm going to be 70 years old. All right, and I hurt my knee. I go to the doctor, and the first thing they do is they give me a steroid shot.
Yep.
Okay?
Don't blow your blood sugar out.
So my blood sugar went from 140 to almost 400.
Yep.
Okay, and I asked the doctor, what's the this is going to help my knee, but what happened to the rest of me? So what are you really trying to tell me, that what I put in my mouth, if I have a slice of cake, it's going to kill me? It's going to raise it 20, 30 points, and it's a bad thing? You're telling me it's okay to have this shot and raise it up a couple 100 points. So that's why I went into the rant. Plus, I couldn't walk and everything else, so I was a get off my lawn type of guy for a couple weeks. Marie just screamed out, miserable.
Well, when you bust your butt and it doesn't pay off the way if that happens, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of them things where Jesus crying out loud.
What I look for with the
There is a difference between simple and complex carbohydrates. It's all in how your body breaks it down.
That's right. Everybody's different.
Complex is like your white starches. It has to take it from the white starch, convert it to sugar, then convert it to be able for your body to break it down. So, yeah. Complex, it has more steps, and it has to turn it into something that the body can break down.
Yeah.
Me, because I'm not diabetic, I do the net carbs. Paige does the net carbs, but there's only certain breads that we'll get, and I have tried out several, and there's 3 that do not affect her blood sugar whatsoever. It does not spike it, but she's type 1 diabetic as opposed to you being type 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
Big difference.
Big difference. So the Aldi bread does not spike her blood sugar. The Walmart bread does not spike it. The keto bread, the so-called keto bread, and the keto tortillas that are 0 net carbs, that doesn't spike them either. And then the not Sam's Club, the one you get at Costco, it does not spike it. So those things, I can do them only because I know it's not going to have a bad effect with me.
Well, Paige has a double-edged sword because Paige's got to worry about it dropping.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Or going too high. So
exactly.
I found the Arnold keto bread.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have inflammation issues that I get from regular white bread or wheat bread.
Right.
Now, and that's because when I would buy a loaf, I would have sandwiches until it was gone.
Yeah.
I would sit down and have 2 sandwiches and go on. I could have 2 of these sandwiches and I don't feel bad later.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the price difference between that and a regular loaf of bread?
There's about $6. But the reason why it's okay for me to do that is this is the wife and the kids don't eat this, and it limits me to special occasion. Like I don't eat it every day.
Yeah,
it's a special occasion. This will last me probably probably till next week.
Okay. Well, see,
Well, maybe not because I'm making some for the wife. But
the ones I get, they're not as costly. But the Aldi, I can get it for $4. And the same with the other two. I can get it for like $4 or less a loaf.
Yeah, but I mean, you understand my point about how you
I
know.
do.
yeah.
It's all a personal decision.
It's the same difference as grass-fed beef and regular corn, grain fed. Okay,
All right.
we are accustomed to grain-fed beef.
Yeah.
I don't care where you go. Okay, I lived in North Carolina, and we would butcher cattle left and right. I did not care for it. Most of the time they ground up the whole thing into ground beef. It's an acquired taste and a lot smaller and stuff. So with that said, you know what I mean? Just like margarine and butter was the same thing. Margarine was great. Cholesterol, the whole 9 yards, okay, until they made their money with it, and then all of a sudden decided guess what? Margarine sucks. Margarine can hurt people. You know what I mean? So
so you lead right into a thought that I had the other day. So when you get, and it crossed my mind because my daughter was doing cookies, right? She was making cookies, and the cookie dough, they would say, don't eat raw cookie dough because it has eggs in it.
Right.
But then the weightlifter guys, back when I was growing up, the WWF guys, were chugging 6 or 8. And you're like, what?
Well,
yeah. I mean, and that's my whole point, Lee. I mean, I'm not picking on nobody. I'm just saying, really, all of a sudden this thing's okay, and now it's not. You know, it's just, I don't know. Like everybody, the big cholesterol thing cracks me up.
Yeah, everyone's falling apart. Yeah, Charlie, we are.
Yep.
What's the type keto banner scrolling at the bottom? So they've got this thing set up with, I believe it's Nightbot, that if you type keto, then it should bring up your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Your link to the channel in the chat.
Your channel.
Right.
Yes. So if you want to put your channel up there, if you have a channel.
Which when I was listening to our pal Misty, her live the other day, she was talking about they had dad jokes. So if you typed in whatever her tag was to get a dad joke, it would throw one in the chat.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Okay, maybe that didn't work. You're supposed to type. Yeah, it says if you just type keto. I don't know how it all works. But
I typed in once and it came up 3 times.
Huh.
Nightbot is drunk.
Nightbot screws up periodically, so
Nightbot is drunk.
now let me put a lid on this and let it melt.
Yep, they did that back in the 70s with everything. Yeah, because I was thinking about it. I was like, when you make brownies and cookies and cakes and stuff, and you put the egg in there, and then we used to always get the beaters. They'd always give us the beaters, and they're like, here, eat this. I'm like, all right, cool. But then now the packages tell you not to eat the raw dough because it's got
additives in it. It's got additives in it. That's what it's got in it. It's got stuff that you're not supposed to be eating.
Yeah. But if you're afraid of the raw eggs, like with eggnog, if you're afraid of it, get pasteurized.
Yep. I'm allergic to eggs. I'm raw egg. I'm definitely allergic to. Okay. But
right.
I mean,
that's a whole different ballgame. If you're doing it because you're allergic, but if you're doing it because you're afraid you'll get a bad egg, well, first off, you open it up, you're gonna smell it.
Mike, I know a lot of bad eggs.
Damn it, Tom! I'm trying, man. I'm a work in progress. I'm under construction here, man.
I'm you know what it is? I'm just questioning everything, just the way everybody questions us about why we would do keto. I'm questioning everything.
Dude,
we got the grilling dude in here.
Most people don't want to jump into YouTube for doom and gloom. It's an escape. All right. Yeah, Charlie, you're right.
Okay.
So enough doom and gloom, Tom.
Pickles, what do you? No doom and gloom. You know what it is? Here's what I'm doing. I'm eating all whole foods, low
Mhm.
carb as I can, no sugar, and that's where I'm at. Plain and
How
simple.
is the garden?
The garden? Whoa.
Back 40.
You're stepping on toes now, brother. Okay, now you're stepping on toes. We don't discuss the lower 40 because we don't want the neighbors to come and steal our little plants.
Oh,
Oh. I was like, wait a minute now. It's okay to put your own food.
but see,
Even in Vegas, you're allowed to. California might be different, but Vegas, you're allowed, I think.
You know what? We've had nothing but a week's worth of rain out here. It's almost scary. But anyway, yeah, she's planting everything. We got stuff going everywhere. So, Mike, you seen how big my lower 40 was? So pretty soon that's got that. It looks like we just threw a box of Dixie cups out there, and it's got little shoots coming out everywhere.
Good.
Now, if she can only grow a $50 bill, I'd be fine.
I want y'all to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Yeah, we're going to have to bring you up big time on this one because.
Yeah.
Let's see. There you go.
That's the eggs right there.
Those are the eggs, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Yes, I still put eggs on my milkshake. Yeah. These days, it's pretty impossible to get raw milk. Yes, it is. I'm pretty sure it's all pasteurized these days. Yeah, it is. Basically, it is. I mean, I see a couple different channels out there that say, well, you should have raw milk and this and that. Can't find it. I mean, great to ask what Tom means with lower 40. MBL, Marie, let me go back. Back in the day, we were in North Carolina. We had 17 acres, and we grew just about everything, okay? Semi-retired, the whole bit. Now, Marie, anything seed that Marie got, boom, put it in the ground, and it grew. So now she loves the garden. So the lower 40 is my balcony, and I think the balcony might be 5 by 10.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So we got little cups of seeds everywhere. Thank God marijuana is legal out here because, I'm sure she would try to want to grow a little bit of that too.
Oh, the ganja.
Ganja.
The oregano.
Yeah, oregano. Mexican oregano.
Yeah.
Lee, what's in that big bowl you got there?
My pastaless pasta salad.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
I took out my wife found it on Facebook or somebody tagged her, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, you take out the pasta and you put in broccoli and cauliflower.
Here you go.
And then you add in your pepperoni, your black olives, and your zesty Italian. I added some bacon bits. And that's it.
Looks good, man.
But this I won't go back into the bowl because that's a special bowl.
Okay, yeah, I was just going to say that. I ain't seen that since my grandmother.
Yep. Growing up, this bowl was our everything bowl. We did everything in this bowl.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure this stupid thing out. There it goes.
Hey, Mike.
So I got a torch.
we're gonna have to. Oh, there you go. Nice. We're gonna have to cash in. Give me a month or so. We're gonna have to cash in on our wealth. Okay.
Okay.
I got another 50 cents off of Egg Life wraps.
We up to what, $1.50?
Yeah, yeah. 75 cents each, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it's amazing that they just shrugged it off. Okay, and then they keep sending me out here. Here's another coupon. Unbelievable.
That'd be the massive garden he's got.
Would
as far as I can see.
Yeah, if you got cataracts.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I'm telling you what, it is amazing what Marie does with that space.
Yeah, I mean, I just said to her yesterday, I said, that I wish I could take the camera out and show you, but that the pepper plant, okay, it got maybe 40 leaves on it, okay, and it's almost a little over 6 foot. I said maybe we'll just cut it down and just see if it comes back or whatever, get rid of it. No, I think we'll hang on to it.
Life with Nicole, Marie, and Gary. Welcome to the live. I appreciate you coming. Now, I'm going to pull out my casserole here in a minute. Actually, I'm going to go on ahead and do what I want to on the top. I'm going to check it. It's close enough to what I want. So,
Okay.
Alexa, stop. Timer.
Oh, don't do that, Mike. Don't.
Timer.
35 timer canceled.
All right,
watched-
here we go. Let's see here.
I watched Cooking Secrets for Men, and he said about Alexa, give me a time. My thing went off half the night. 10 minutes are up.
Let me show y'all what this looks like. If y'all can see it.
That's a neat little torch you got there, buddy. Yeah, we can see it, Mike.
Yeah.
I picked this up.
Yeah.
I picked this up at Academy in the barbecue section, and this is my third one now because I took it apart to refill the one, and I screwed it up. So I had to go buy a new one. Yeah. But I kind of like it. I've had it in the cupboard for, I don't know, 6 months or better.
Okay. I got a little bit of those Walden Farms caramel, and I'm going to just kind of drizzle it on here, if it'll drizzle.
There you go.
There's that. Now, I got Flavor God cinnamon roll, buttery cinnamon roll seasoning that I'm going to try and get to crystallize just a touch on top.
Nice.
It's taken me a little while to get this toasted up pretty good, but it's doing it.
Yeah, I could see from here. I could see it browning up a little bit. Life with Nicole and
Go for a couple
Marie and Gary says, looks good, Mike.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Looks amazing.
I appreciate it. And in a minute, it's going to be ready to eat. We're going to get the missus to try do a taste test. If she'll
I'm
do it.
just gonna say, how's Miss Page doing?
She's doing okay. She's doing okay. She's some memory days are worse than others. You know, it's the nature of the beast with that.
Yeah. I tell you one thing, you got a whirlwind going right now, brother. I said you got a whirlwind going right now. So
yeah, I do. But I try. You know, let me get a plate so I can put some of this on the plate.
Lee, how you doing with everything? Okay.
Been hanging in there, man. You know, you still get into the mental health of everything, and that's where I struggle the most.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've never had to address.
Right.
And you know, now it's you'll be rolling fine, and all of a sudden, man, it's just like your knee popped and you're in down the dumps. And
tell me about that.
Yeah, it's that's been the hard part, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
I hear that. I understand this.
Lee just
and finding, I'm a guy. We don't talk about feelings.
Yeah,
We talk about it. 90% of the people that ask you how you're doing, they don't want to know they want to know everything's good.
They'll run from you in a heartbeat.
And so you learning how to not sound like a train wreck,
Right,
or a emotional
crybaby.
Yeah.
Yes. So yesterday's video it took me 27 times to get the audio out because it was hard for me to put what I was feeling into words.
Mm-hmm.
And that's stuff that as a guy, you have to share. You have to tell people. And
Can't hold it in; it'll kill you.
It will.
Makes things worse.
Because you keep that in, your blood pressure goes up, your sugar goes up, and you want to eat. Like I had a real bad drinking problem, and I'm off that. I do when I want a beer, I get the zeros,
Yeah.
and I'm all good. But the way to combat that now is, how do I self-destruct? And that's going to sugars and sweets, because it'll raise my sugar, which makes you feel good, but then makes you feel even worse.
Yeah.
The immediate satisfaction of, dang, that brownie was good. But then the way you feel 2 hours later, when you're like zombified and you can't see straight.
Mm-hmm. Well,
okay.
Like I said before, getting back to, with me, with the problem that I just had a problem with it, because it was all bullshit. Okay. And I'm got to speak frankly, but as the funny part about it was, as the doctor had the needle in my knee, he said, "Oh, by the way, are you type 2 diabetic? Because this is going to raise your blood sugar." I said, "You mean to tell me you had me out there for 45 minutes filling out paperwork? You didn't read any of it, seeing that I am a type 2 diabetic? What part of this is, it's nuts, So, yeah, I mean, this past, I guess it was last year, the past January last year, that's when they finally told me, after 15 years, that I was cancer free. No more bladder cancer. Okay. And I took that with a grain of salt, because you know why? It's not gone. Whoa. Dinner time.
Look at there.
Nice.
Dinner time.
Go ahead, Tom. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. Yeah, you guys are cooking. I'm just here throwing a bone. So yeah, I mean, I'm living life. That's all I'm going to do right now. Well, right, wrong, or indifferent. That's how I'm doing it.
I will say, the last time I was at the doctor's, and we changed my thyroid medicine and we changed my diabetes medicine. Upped it. And
Stopped it, you said?
No, we upped it.
Oh, okay.
And I haven't been focused, because there for a while I was hyper focused, because I felt like I was not in control of anything. And that should have been something that I could have controlled.
Mm-hmm.
So I was being hyper focused on that. And because, I mean, the rest of my brain's still healing.
Right.
And feeling like that I couldn't control anything, that was something I should be able to control. When really my body's doing what it's doing.
Right.
You just got to figure out the plan and maneuver with it instead of going against it, which is, I was swimming up current down the river.
Right.
And so lately I've been 130s, 140s average.
That's
Sweet.
good. That's good, Lee.
I'll take that.
Yep.
And the eating hasn't changed.
Tom's waiting.
The medicine and not focusing on it has.
There's my girl.
Hey,
Paige,
hi.
I have syrup if you want.
this one's for you.
Ooh,
Look at that.
that looks good, Lee.
Let me try not to spill it.
Yeah,
Delicious.
That looks great.
that looks really good.
Now I got something yummy looking here. What is this?
That's French toast casserole. And
Perfect yoga. What's up, Uncle?
And that's a
hey, Uncle.
That man's a machine right there.
You ain't kidding.
French toast. Is that
Okay, drum roll, please.
Mm.
He likes it. It's a good.
Nice.
These are good.
So good.
Give me
Oh
some
my
syrup on
God.
there.
Get the money shot, Lee. Get the
Nope.
money shot.
Don't want syrup. Don't want syrup. Mmm. Mmm.
Very nice. Very nice.
And then this is eggs.
That's eggs.
What cooked how?
They're hard boiled, and I cooked them in
Oh.
butter with cheese and
What?
seasoning. And
Man.
All right.
Miss Nancy says hello, Paige. How you doing?
Hi, Nancy. Mm.
Our treasured home.
Shit, it's a hit. It's a hit.
Very good.
He's
Okay.
raising the roof.
And the boys, our dogs are down here hoping
Staring at you.
Nope, not dropping it.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Good to see you guys.
Take care. Nice seeing you again, Paige.
Go eat this.
Yeah, please do. I made it so you'd eat it.
Here you go. How'd you guys' weather doing?
30s in the morning.
Yeah,
And then it got up to almost 60.
yeah, same here. We got 30-degree swing.
Yep.
I tell you, we probably had a week of cold weather. I mean, a couple nights went down into the 20s, but mostly it's been 40s, 30s, and 40s at night. I mean, high 30s. And then this week just started. I mean, the rain is like ridiculous. I mean, between that and my knee, I go like this to Marie in the morning. Carry me. and all of a sudden she goes deaf. She don't want to hear nothing. But now it's like today was like 70, a little overcast, but it's been nice. Really nice.
So we walked a 5K Saturday.
I seen part of that. Yeah.
It was 50 degrees and the wind was blowing crazy. So it was cold. But
Lee, you're out there doing it, and that's what I try to explain to people. You know what I mean? When you get hit with something catastrophic or something that really affects your life, okay, you can't sit and dwell on it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, it sucks and this and that, and so you got to move on with it. Hey, out of 7 months, I was been in bed 4 months, couldn't walk, nothing. Okay, hobble into the bathroom, back out again, whatever, and that's as far as I could get. Right? You talk about Marie wanted to change her name to Martha because every little freaking thing bothered me. You know what I mean? It just ridiculous.
So what I'm hearing is I need to give you a list of, I don't know, my whole channel and let you put in tags and help me with titles.
You know what? I even got sick of watching or going on a computer. You know what I mean? Because it was just like, I'm going to give you guys a takeaway. Here's what I got. How to get 1 million views overnight. Okay? And I said, this guy don't give a rat's behind about whether I get 1 million views or not, as long as I click on that and watch him talk gibberish. And I said, boy, I tell you what, talk about con men.
We were talking about one of the videos a couple weeks ago, and he's got like 200 views on it. I've got like 350, and I'm like, whoa, man, we're killing it. Yeah. I go to the analytics.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like a skiable slope. I mean, it just dropped. 30 seconds, dropped. So thank you for everybody who shows up and watches. I appreciate it. And, there's still a lot of people that say that I'm that guy that is in between. I just watched this and I'm looking for something else.
That's why I started the other channel, because I cook for a living. This right here, the keto part of it, has me in a corner, has me trapped. Okay. So I got to get to the point where either I sell my soul to the devil or keto chow, you know what I mean? And go against my principles with stuff, or I started the other channel and I do it once a week. I cook whatever I want to cook, and just roll on from here. I do what I know how to do best. I don't have no agendas. It's just cooking something. Somebody wants to watch it, they can watch it. If they don't want to watch it, see you later. But I'm more relaxed with it, doing it. You know what I mean? I try to do it was funny as hell. Try to do this last keto one I put up today. Okay. I burnt myself. Because it felt like it was under pressure. You know, how am I going to do this the right way? You know, with no crazy stuff. So my point is to everybody, eat what you like to eat. Okay. Try to keep the sugar out and live life. Don't get tied down with something. Hey, it took me 50, 60 years to get, to that heaviest point of my life. And now I'm down 68 pounds and holding it. So, I mean, if I eat a slice of bread, nail me to the cross. But if you want to shoot a steroid in my knee and raise my blood sugar, what's the difference? You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
But that's what we were talking. If I want biscuits and gravy, I'll have the biscuits and the gravy, but then the rest of the day I eat clean.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I don't have that compound
exactly
feeling bad.
I didn't want to come on and be that aggressive in the beginning, but I tell you what, it pisses me off sometimes just to listen to some bull crap that people put up. You know what I'm saying? But here we are. Both of you just put a really delicious meal together, and look how easy it is. And it's cook.
That's good.
So
it's time to go eat it now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Tom,
you don't know how good it does my heart to see you come in here tonight.
That's
get used to it because I might be coming back.
I would love that.
I want to thank you guys for keeping my name up there and everything else like that. It's been a miserable couple months for me. It really has been. Just wait till you restrict
part of it in some way.
What's that?
It wouldn't be the channel. It wouldn't be the live without
you're
involved in it some way.
I told Marie last week. I said, you know what? I says we started something here on Wednesdays, and I'm glad you guys kept it going and just didn't walk away from it. That was the big thing for me.
Lee and I've been. We've
Thank
been
you,
right on through.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I look forward to it.
Yeah. I do too.
So it's a good way to show other people. Guess what? 3 grown men can stick to something without sitting around drinking beer and
which I'll tell you what, I used to do that all the time, man.
And there again, nothing wrong with it, but in the same token, But in the same token, what the hell? You know what I mean? We're doing something here trying to show people, guess what? We had problems and we walked away from it.
Nancy wants to know what your other channel is.
Right there.
Yep. The Sunday Dinner Chef. It's so relaxing to do that. Okay. I kicked it off with making bread because what's the main thing I make is bread. But I got to tell you, all right, I had a couple slices and it was right back almost to square one again.
Now,
I got a headache. And
I almost texted you earlier, but I got sidetracked and forgot. I saw a white baked tater on your keto show.
And guess who ate that?
Probably Marie.
Yeah.
Which that happens a lot of times where we'll make something and then I'm like, I'll try it, but I don't want a whole lot of it.
Yeah, and that's right. Marie and Gary said he'll drink a beer.
Yeah.
He'll drink a beer for both of them.
Hey, I've been known to suck the bottom out of one, but I don't do it anymore. It's so rare I have anything to drink.
This is my have a little bit of vino, and
I didn't have a problem with it. I just don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, not the way I used to. I mean, Christ, I couldn't get through a shift cooking without killing a half a gallon of scotch.
Yeah,
July 4th.
Beer for me. I appreciate it. That would be a wonderful thing.
July 4th will be when I began my 10-year journey.
Cool. Yeah.
I've fallen off the wagon a few times, but it's been 6 years since I've fallen the last time. So,
man, you killing it.
So yeah,
nothing wrong with that, man.
I will. I mean, I'll drink the Budweiser Zeros or the whatever the non-alcoholics. I don't mind them every now and again, but it's not I don't have that desire like I used to.
You change your taste. I got to tell you something. This is the God's honest truth.
I don't know. I still like my cheap beer. I still keep the old Milwaukee.
when I was getting ready to start the other channel, okay, it was for another reason. And I told you about this privately about what the deal was going to be, okay, and that sort of fell through when I hurt my leg. But okay, the first dinner I made, okay, I actually looked like I was like this, getting ready to cut the bread. Okay, because I don't want it no more. I don't need it. Okay, but just to do a regular cooking channel, okay, yeah, I mean, you have to add in what people like, you know. So I made ciabatta bread, okay, and that actually got the most views. But I was like this, trying to cut it, get the knife on there, the whole bit. Now, when I went to put the baked potato into the oven, I dropped it 3 times. So it was almost like somebody going, "Stop it, stop it."
Have y'all ever had Stroh's beer or Schaefer's?
Yeah, Stroh's.
Man, that cheap stuff. I love that cheap stuff.
My dad used to drink Rheingold.
Oh yeah.
I would never pass the Budweiser. Like I would, like if you're walking down the aisle, and when you hit the Budweiser, then you got into my section. You just kept walking. And you got down to the PBR, the old Milwaukee, the Busch Light. That was
my point when I first came in about all this stuff with this keto stuff and phony keto crap. It's the same thing. Beer back in the day was beer. You had 4 or 5 different brands. Okay, now you got ice, or you got. I mean, it's going to do the same thing to you, no matter how you add it up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, whether it's ultra.
It depends on how quickly it does the same thing to you.
There again. I mean, if you can have 1 or 2, it's fine. But if you're going to eat a loaf of bread, same thing in our situation. So, yeah, it's all good stuff.
If you're buying Busch Ice, you're not doing it for the taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a $15.
Yeah.
Smith, 2 hours. Yeah.
I didn't drink the Budweiser and the Bud Light because I just don't like them.
Yeah.
Never have liked them.
No, I mean, Michelob is made by Budweiser, but I used to like.
I was okay with, but and the Busch I was okay with, but the Bud and the Bud Light, no.
Yeah.
Hey, when we first moved down here, Yingling was the thing.
Yeah.
I like a Yingling.
Love me a Yingling. That was on overtime paycheck day, right?
Yep.
That's when we would get a case of Yingling. Yeah. And then they sold and Budweiser bought them.
Yep.
Because they were only sold in 6 states.
Well, Stroh's and that was only up when that first came out, because that was Schaefer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And then they come out with they backlogged Schaefer, and then Stroh's sort of took over, and then I can't think of the name of it, but it was all same brewery.
Yeah. Old Mill was Stroh's.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's just there again, just like white bread, okay, rye bread, okay, bread. It's bread, no matter how you add it up. So if you need it, you want to have it, have a slice, have it 2. If you're going to have 3, then you're going to suffer the consequences. End of story.
Speaking of the rye, made me think of the chaffle that I made. That made me think of what Jason did the other day. Just Jason Keto.
Mm-hmm.
He did a butter truffle. Oh dear me, that looks so blasted good.
I haven't watched it yet. It's in my queue.
He's the truffle king. I keep
Yes,
saying.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, well, gentlemen, you guys did a hell of a job today.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for bringing me up. Yep.
Well, thanks for gracing us with your presence.
Yeah. Hey,
I am so glad to see you.
I was going to give you a call last week, Mike, and I said, I'm going to wait. I told Marie, I might pop up, but last week I had just a bunch of crap going on, and then I'm to the point now where I'm walking with a cane, so I can get around a little bit better. I'm not as ornery as I was,
Well, that's where you were when I was out there.
Yes.
You were on a cane then, and then you had a backslide.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at.
No, I'm telling you, I would drink Panther Pea before I drink Zima.
We were talking about Zimas the other day because somebody made a comment about it. My youngest daughter was like,
Yappy.
What are those like?
Yeah. So, see, that's my point. You know, moonshine. Remember, you know, when they had all that show with the moonshiners and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's still on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that show. I watch it because I used to chase them.
Yeah. So I mean, so the bottom line is, it's alcohol, and then they take that alcohol and it goes. So there you go from day one. So you make your own bread. What the hell's the difference? You know what I mean?
So Tom, I've got when I quit drinking back in well, it would have been July of 2014. I had just gotten a shipment of moonshine in from West Virginia from a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy. Anyway, I've still got 2 full quarts in the bottom of the fridge in the drawer. That's the only thing in that bottom drawer of the refrigerator. And the girls are always like, "What are you going to do with that?" And I said, "I don't know." But every time I open that fridge, that's the first thing I see.
Yep.
And that is my choice not to.
Exactly right, brother. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Yep. I worked with a guy whose favorite beer was OPB. Other people's
beer. Yep. I know a lot of guys like that. When I lived in North Carolina, and if I would do some work or something for somebody there, like an old lady down the street, her hinge came loose on her door and stuff. I would go down and fix it, and she would give me a mason jar of moonshine. And I'm like, what the frig? You know? So, but then I come to find out that at that time it was like $45 for a mason jar.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would do is I'd keep it, but then I would take that and I would make limoncello with it. I would make Zambuca with it. Okay. And then I would give that, in other words, repurpose it again, back and forth. So hell yeah.
Yep.
Good
All right,
stuff.
folks.
Let's get out of here because I need to go feed the wife and the dogs.
Got to feed me.
Taken out, but
I fed the wife.
because
Take care,
I'm gonna
nice seeing everybody.
think about this for next week.
Yeah.
Topic,
What?
for a topic, keto information, not information, but fermentation.
Fermentation.
Okay.
Okay.
So think about that as a topic that we can kick around.
Okay. We gonna cook or just talk?
Well, we can cook too, but there's another topic to.
You cook, I'll get fermented.
All right. Let's do something that has something fermented in it.
Okay. Okay. We could do something fermented.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom. But that's something that's been kind of intriguing is fermentation.
Yeah.
And I've been kind of looking little things up, a little here and there, some homesteaders. But anyway, we'll get to that next week.
There you go. I like it.
Come up with some good stuff.
Y'all take care, everybody.
Take care.
Y'all take care. Have a great week. And remember, there's 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. Y'all are awesome.
Let's be careful out there.
Hey, shear around like a